All right.
Oh, sorry. That's my cue. That's my subtle cue. Yipatah Libi Tistakev Nafshi Behi Tatfi Batalit Batalit.
Welcome everyone to Shalvah this week. And this week in the Torah, we're reading about the mitzvah of tzitzit, of the fringes that's given in the book of Numbers. And so it seemed a good idea to look at this chant that is about the meaning of putting on a talit, of putting on fringes. In the Torah, the fringes, it's really not a lot is given to us about what the fringes mean, except that they're supposed to remind us of something. Remind us of the mitzvot, remind us of God, remind us of who we are. So in this chant, the talit is imagined as a tool to help us open our hearts, to pray that our hearts can be opened in a time of prayer, that our souls can be transparent, pure, that we can have a one-to-one relationship between our souls and our bodies, can really connect there. And the wrapping in the talit is just a sign of that, or a tool to use in order to get us into that state. And there are very few garments of prayer in Judaism. Other religious traditions have perhaps more. The talit and the tzitzit are really the one that we are left with. Of all that are mentioned in the Torah, all of the garments of the priests, the talit is the one that was for everyone. And in the Torah was supposed to be both a marker of who we are, identifying ourselves, and a reminder of who we are. So we can use the talit to get ourselves into a place where our hearts can be open, our souls can be pure. Most of the time we protect our hearts, and for good reason, that we can't walk through the world always with an open heart. But at a time of prayer is the time, maybe by concealing ourselves or wrapping ourselves in the protection of the talit, we can feel safe enough in order to open up our hearts and be open to God, open to ourselves, open to prayer that can come into us and out of us. And then this goes to a line from a psalm that has the poet and us then calling on our souls, saying to our souls, Nafshi, my soul, Baruch et Hashem, bless God. Almost as if we don't have control over our souls, that our soul is something that's within us that we sometimes have a barrier between us and really accessing what's in our soul. And so in this moment, we're saying, as we try to open up, soul, open up too, and bless God. And then it makes this really wonderful turn, I think, where it compares us humans wrapping ourselves in the talit in order to concentrate ourselves, to open ourselves up, with God, the Holy One, who doesn't have a garment, God doesn't have a body. So in what does God wrap God's self? God wraps God's self in light. Just like we have garments, God has light, and God is enrobed in light. So this is, it builds on the teachings of the ancient rabbis that the actions that we take in order to connect to God are paralleled by God. Just as we enter into prayer and have words of prayer, so too does God have words of prayer. So too the ancient rabbis imagine as we use tefillin, use these straps and boxes to concentrate ourselves, God too has tefillin, they imagine. And here, just as we wrap ourselves in a garment in order to feel close to God, God wraps God's self in light in order to feel close to us. So there's a connection, a two-way connection between us and God. We wrap ourselves in the talit, God wraps God's self in light, and in that moment, both we and God are open to connection. And so we open ourselves to that possibility that just as we long to connect, God longs to connect. And just as we put ourselves in a particular state of mind and heart and soul in order to connect, so too does God do that. And the Holy One opens God's self to us just as we open ourselves to God.
Okay, so building on that idea of the connection between the body and the soul, we're going to come to a comfortable seated position if we're not in one already, and a position where you can sit up with ease and dignity, and take your hands and just gently place them in your lap, however's comfortable. If you are comfortable closing your eyes, close your eyes. Feel your feet on the floor. And take a couple of nice deep breaths to bring yourself into the space and become aware that you're sitting and breathing. Nice deep breaths to relax. Just easy, not forced. And then we're going to do a pretty slow body scan today. We're going to focus on the body breathing. So starting at the top of your head, just becoming aware of your skull, of your hair, of your forehead, how your skin feels on your face and the temperature and humidity of today. Coming to your eyebrows, your eyes in their sockets. Is there tension there? If there is, can you let it go? Becoming aware of your temples and all the muscles in that area of your face. Moving down the bridge of your nose and your cheeks, your cheekbones, letting them become slack, all the muscles in your cheeks. The muscles above your top lip, just letting that area become slack. Your mouth, letting that relax. All the way through your cheeks to your chin, your jaw. Letting go of any tension there. And just feeling your whole face. Taking another pass at any tension that you feel there and letting it go even more. And now the back of your head, your back of your skull, just noticing, scanning all the way down. Is there tension there? And if so, can you let it go? All the way to the base of your skull. Just allowing it to be a little more loose. And your neck. Scanning down the back of your neck. That's often a place we hold tension. Your throat. Letting go of any tension there. All the way to your shoulders, your trapezius muscles that do so much work for us on the tops of our shoulders, just letting them relax. Your upper arms, all the muscles in your arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, the palms of your hands. Try to get curious and notice everything. Can you feel the entire palm of each hand where it's resting? Is it warm? Is there tension in your hands? Really focus in and let go of any tension that you become aware of. The tops of your hands, scanning over from your wrist to the ends of your fingers. Now coming back to your shoulders so we can travel down the torso. Now noticing our breathing as we scan. Not needing to change it, just noticing how it is right now. Noticing if you feel your ribs expanding with the inhalation, Noticing if you feel your body relaxing with the exhalation. Noticing your belly, really letting anything go. Not holding in our stomachs at all right now, just whew, relaxing. How does that affect your breathing? Scanning down your back, becoming aware of any places that are tense and giving those places a little extra breath, and letting that tension go. All the way through your seat. The tops of your thighs. Letting go of any places of tension as you travel down and you're scanning to your knees. Through your calf muscles, front and back. Your ankles, heels, the tops of your feet to your toe tips and the bottoms of your feet, all the points of contact that you can become aware of. And then feeling the entirety of your body, breathing. Feel if you can become aware of your whole body. Noticing your inhalation, your exhalation. Where that inhalation changes to become the exhalation, and back. Noticing if your breathing feels different than it did at the beginning of this meditation. Noticing if your mind state feels different at the beginning of this meditation or from the beginning of this meditation to now. And coming back to the body, remembering that connection between the body and the soul. Taking a moment to be grateful for the bodies that we have, even given all of their limitations. Being grateful for our breath that sustains our lives. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Yipatah Libi Tistakef nafshi behi tatfi batalit Yipatah Libi Tistakef nafshi behi tatfi batalit Yipatah Libi Tistakef nafshi behi tatfi batalit.
Thank you, friends, for being with us today. I hope that sense of being connected, feeling the connection between our bodies and our hearts and our souls can stay with us throughout the week.